Okay guys, before we do our XMR torque series conversion install, I always want to make this video about the best way to care for your differential. I don't care if you're running a Honda, Polaris, Can-Am, stock diff, mudNwheels diff, we're going to show you the best way to care for it. So if you do any kind of mud and water riding, just due to the nature of the environment we ride in, grass, river sand, all that stuff that gets tangled up in your seals is very abrasive. It can take a seal out. So the first thing you want to do after you ride any water or mud is just pull the fill plug out. If any water comes out at you, well then you know you got a leak, you got to find it. So in this case, lose my washer there, no water comes out. So what I would like to do now is I'll stick a tie wire or a zip tie down that fill hole, pull out a nice sample of oil, put it on a nice clean white rag, and see what it looks like. If there's any sparkles in it, does it stink, is it burnt, is it black, and you get a good idea of what your diff is doing. Okay, so now you see your diff oil is either contaminated or starting to look like it needs to be changed. So the best way to get the oil out of the bike is just to raise up the front end a couple inches, just so the wheels come off the ground. And then pull your drain plug. This will keep oil from running all over your frame. That oil's been in there for, I think, most of the season, so it's coming out not bad. I always like to run 75/90. I recommend 75/90 in all mudNwheels diffs. I find it just works the best. So we'll let this drain out and we'll start our swap. So if your differential oil is contaminated with water, some of the most common places to check is your input shaft or your pinion shaft. If there's any up and down movement or side to side movement, your pinion bearings are starting to loosen up, and that's probably causing your water leak. Also your wear ring. This is a used prop shaft I have laying around I'm going to use for this install. So your wear ring, they like to make nice grooves on there on the sealing surface. If that's the case, you need to change out that wear ring. Okay guys, so it's pretty simple. You get water in your diff and you catch it on the first ride, not a big deal. Probably not a lot of damage will happen. If you go 3 or 4 rides with water in that diff, well, it's pretty much done. So just check the oil after every ride. Pretty simple. Also, if you do find a leak, your most common places are either your breather tube or bellows, axle seals, pinion seals. Check your wear ring and that the prop shaft bolt didn't loosen off. And I hope you like this video.